Hey y'all, welcome back to Krista's Kitchen. So we're going to do a quick little introduction, but we're trying to repeat our Crockpot yogurt. So the last video I posted, as many of y'all saw, I was missing that important step where we mixed in the live culture. But we're going to redo it. My sister's coming into town this weekend, and of course she wants some yogurt to take back with her to Texas. So we're going to get some made up for her. Very, very easy. It does take a while from start to finish, but it's not labor intensive. It just takes time, and you're just checking your temperatures and kind of moving it along. But the first part, we're going to get started, and we're using our Ninja pressure cooker for this. We're not using in pressure cooker mode. Just like if you have a slow cooker or an Instapot, a Crockpot, any of that, you can do this. But the first thing we're going to do is scald our milk. So I have a gallon of whole milk that I've opened up. We're going to just pour this in. Now, this is my new Ninja Foodi, and it does have what says a yogurt function. I've not read the book to find out what that entails, so I'm just going to use the slow cooker function like I usually do and call it a day for that. Once I get a little more time, I'll look into what that yogurt function entails. But we have a whole gallon of milk in here. If you don't need a lot of yogurt, like you're not feeding a ton of people, or you don't go through like a cup of yogurt a day, cut all of this in half because this will make a lot. But we're gonna put our lid on. It's a little bit awkward when you're doing it from the other side. But close our lid. We're gonna turn it on. Set it to slow cook. We're going to leave it on high. We're going to go for about 3 hours. Now, with the Ninja Foodi, what I don't like is, you see, the minimum it will let you do is 4 hours. So I'm just going to hit start, and then when it has about an hour left, I'll stop it. About the 2.5 hour mark, I'm going to check it and see. I want it to get up to 180 degrees. So we'll use our little meat thermometer and start checking it around 2.5 hours. Depending on if your slow cooker gets hot spots, you may want to check it before then. But this is basically a 3-ingredient yogurt. Very, very simple. We have the milk. We're going to use about a cup of this yogurt and a can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, if you don't have the big thing like this, 2 of the small yogurts will work as well. I wouldn't recommend using any that have berries or chocolate or anything like that in it. You just want like a plain or a vanilla yogurt. That's going to be your live yogurt or your live probiotics. If you make this and you want to save some of what you make out of this, save about a cup of this, and that can be what you use as your live cultures for the next batch, which is what we usually do, but we have none left in the fridge to do that with. So I bought another one. Again, I would not recommend one with berries or any kind of fruit or additive in it. You want plain or vanilla, and pick one that you like the flavor of, because it will kind of add the same kind of flavor profile into this. But we'll let this go about 3 hours. We want it to come up to 180 degrees. Once it does that, we'll check back with y'all. So we'll see y'all in just a little while. Hey y'all, welcome back. So right at 3 hours, and we're up to temperature. Remember, we needed this at 180 degrees, so we turned it off. Now I have the lid venting a little bit, and I have this open to vent just so the temperature can come down. So all we have at this point is scalded milk, but we want the temperature to come down to about 108 to 110 degrees. And at that point, we'll add in our mix-ins and let it sit for the night. But it's going to take about 2.5 to 3 hours. So about as long as it took to come up to temperature, it's going to take to cool back down. Oh, here are the kids. We've been playing with makeup and toys. But we want it to come down to about 108 to 110 degrees. And then we'll add in our cultures and our sweeteners. So we'll see y'all back once it's gotten cooled down. Okay, y'all, so our scalded milk has come down. It's right at 106 degrees. So we'll let it wait a little bit long, but you want it between 108 and 110 degrees for what it's come down to. But 106, not bad. So we're going to mix in our 2 ingredients. which we're going to mix in a cup of Greek yogurt. We're doing the vanilla. It doesn't have to be Greek, but just something with live probiotics. I'm going to mix in a cup of this while Eleanor mixes in our can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, you don't have to put this in, but this is what we like to sweeten it. Otherwise, you use maybe a cup of honey, some raw sugar, whatever you like. But Eleanor's going to put this in while I scoop out a cup of yogurt. Good job. And you hear Winter behind us watching patiently. She knows that this is her yogurt batch that we're making. Tip it a little bit more, baby. So it doesn't have to be an exact science for how much yogurt you're adding. But for the fact that I used a whole gallon, I want to use a cup of yogurt. If you're using only a half gallon, then just do a half a cup of yogurt. Now, we like sweetened yogurt. If you want to make a Greek style yogurt, then leave the sweetened condensed milk out. Only add your live culture, your probiotic, whatever. But you get this all nice and in there. And that took right at 3 hours to come down to temperature. I'm just going to mix it around because I want it all evenly dispersed. Eleanor, do you want to go get our towel to make our yogurt blankie? So all we're underneath your cabinet. So I know this is going to sound strange for this next part, but believe me, it works every time, and I've never had a yogurt like go bad or not turn out right. So we just have it all mixed around. Not a hand towel, baby, like under your cabinet.
Under my cabinet.
Oh, it wasn't in the right spot. Like the one you take a bath with. You'll put that one back where it goes. All right, y'all. So I have this all mixed in here. I'm going to move this over. We're going to put our lid back on. Let's turn it around. And close the seal. And now we're just going to make a little yogurt blankie. All right, bring me the towel, baby. And you don't have to do this, especially with it being in the Ninja Foodi. But I like to just cover all those little areas, and it reminds me that there's something in here. But we just have an old towel that we're going to wrap in here, and we're going to let this sit overnight. When we come back in the morning, we will have yogurt, and we'll see y'all back then. Alright, y'all, so it's the next morning. Our yogurt has been sitting. We're going to uncover it together and show y'all what it looks like. Now there's probably going to be some condensation on the lid, so I like to pull it away before it drips down into it. If yours drips into it, that's okay. But we're going to have a nice thick yogurt. I'll see. Get it. Big scoops of yogurt. But we're going to just stir it all around. I'm a loss for words this morning, but we're going to stir it all around, make sure that it's nice and creamy all the way through, and we're going to get it portioned out. Now Winter will be taking her big containers of it back home with her, and the kids will portion it out into our little jars. I'll show y'all a picture and let y'all see. It does make a lot, but nice and creamy. Now again, this is sweetened. So if you want Greek yogurt, you don't have to sweeten yours. Just leave out that sweetened condensed milk. At this point, you can add in your berries or anything like that that you want to do. But we're going to get it all portioned out. I'll show y'all a picture, and hopefully you give it a try. And you can see how easy it is to do. It does take a little while to get it all done from start to finish. But as you see, it's not hard work. It's just a lot of sitting time. And it's very cheap. This much yogurt in store-bought would cost you, I mean, 5-10 times as much, and it's really good. Remember, if you want to repeat this again, just save out about a cup of it, and that can be your starter for the next batch. But thank y'all for joining us. If you want to see more of our content, I'll put a little video for y'all to check out next. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more to see more of our content, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.